Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. It's a continuing my part series on the professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. This is part 12 of the series. I will continue in to the night. First and foremost, I want to make a correction. When I did the 1992 Cleveland Cavaliers, I was dead wrong on the fact that first and foremost, Ron Harper was traded in the 89 90 season, I believe. He wasn't on that Cleveland Cavalier roster in 92. He was with the Clippers. He was already traded during the, I believe, the 88, 89, 90 season, because he was on the team in 89, 88, 89, but 89, 90 he was traded to the Clippers. That's what it is. So I wanted to make that correction. So now, the team in the 90s, take a look at a team that should have won the championship, and that's the 1997 Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz was a team that had a franchise best record, 64-18. They were 31-4 after the All-Star break. They had a 15-game winning streak after starting 2-2, and Karl Malone was the unanimous MVP. I won't say unanimous, but he was the MVP. 27.4 points a game, 9.9 rebounds a game. He was the MVP. Jerry Sloan was the coach. And they went to the NBA Finals for the first time ever. They swept the Clippers in 3 games. They beat the Los Angeles Lakers in 4 games. Excuse me, in 5 games. 4-1. Then they played the Houston Rockets, was a tough opponent in the conference finals. But they won the series in 6 when John Stockton hit the 3-point shot to send the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history, and they ended up losing to the Bulls in 6. But this team should have won the championship. They were right there, even though they were down 0-2. Now, Karl Malone was very spotty, very subpar in the finals. Not 97, but 98 too. He missed 2 free throws in game 1. The game was tied at 82, and Jordan came down the other court and hit the game-winning shot, and they won game 1. But the series did go 6 games. Chicago held serve the first 2 games, and then the Utah Jazz held serve the first 2 games on their home turf, because they had the 2-3-2 format. Utah had the 3 games at home, and Utah, that Delta Center was very tough place to play, and that series was competitive. I mean, the Bulls won 69 games. They were 69-13, the best record in the league. But the Bulls were beatable. Now, Game 5 was a turning point, because that's the game where the flu-like symptoms of Michael Jordan hit. He came out, he hit a 3-pointer in a crucial situation where Pippen was double team, and he kicked it out to Jordan for a game-winning 3. Not really a game-winning 3, but a 3 that really put him up by like 5 points. Let me just take a look at game 5, because Pippen was double team. He just kicked it out to Jordan, and he made a big-time 3-point shot. And the Jazz were 10-0 at home in the postseason up to that point. They were dominant at home. And this was known as the flu game for Michael Jordan. This is the flu game, where he had some stomach virus or food poisoning, maybe from some pizza or whatever it is. But he didn't feel well, but he played at a higher level, and they won. What was the score? Yeah, they double teamed Pippen, and Jordan was unguarded. He hit a 3-point shot to give the Bulls an 88-85 lead with 25 seconds remaining. Then Greg Ostertag dunked to cut it to 1. Then Duke Longley answered with a dunk of his own And then Chicago held on for victory, and John Stockton missed the first two free throws in front of the crowd. And the iconic image of Jordan, collapsing in Scottie Pippen's arms. So that was one of the great matchups. And the thing about this game is that Utah should have won this game. That's why they are included in the best professional sports teams not to win a championship during that season. That didn't win the championship during the season because, and look at this game, not only was the Jazz 10-0, they were tough at home, but they had a 16-point lead. They led by 16 points, 36-20 in the second quarter. But Jordan started to get it going. He scored 17 points in the second quarter, and at the half with the Jazz leading only by 4 points. Then Utah was able to reclaim the lead and stretch it to 8 points. But Jordan shot well. He scored 15 points. Again, he finished with 38 points. Yeah, he had 38 points, 44 minutes, 38 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block shot. This was known as the flu game. And it's just amazing for them to lose a game like that. They should have won that game. Utah could have won the championship that year. Despite the home court advantage that the Bulls had, they held serve in the first 2 games. They won game 3 in a blowout. I believe that was a blowout. It 104-93. It was pretty close. Thought it would be a blowout. It was up 18 points. They won by 11. So game 4, they went 78-73. Very low scoring game. Very close game. Tight knit game, and they was able to win. Then game 5, 90-88. The Bulls win. That's the flu game. And Karl Malone played poorly in this game. He only scored 19 points. This shows you why Jordan was so much better in these head-to-head matchups against the other superstar on the other team. Now, Karl Malone was the MVP. He scored 19 points in game 5. In game 6, he scored 21 points. That's not good enough. And Jordan scored 39 points and grabbed 11 rebounds and had 4 assists. They won 90-86. This is the game where Steve Kerr hit the game-winning jump shot because Jordan was double teamed and he hit a 17-foot shot with 5 seconds left. And then Pippen made a defensive play, knocked the ball away from the inbounds pass that was intended for Shandon Anderson from Byron Russell, who threw the inbound pass, and Tony Kukoc got the ball from Pippen. He dunked it for the final 2 points, and they won 90-86. But Karl Malone did not play well in the series. He did not play well when it mattered. I mean, even game 4, he only scored 23 points despite winning. Okay, Malone had 37 points. That was his best game by far. He had 20 points in game 2, 13 rebounds the first game. See, he had 23 points, 15 rebounds. And plus he missed the 2 free throws in game 1 because it was 82-82. He was fouled by Rodman with 9.2 seconds left. The game tied at 82. He had a chance to make the free throws to put him up by 2. And Scottie Pippen famously psyched him out, saying, just remember the mailman doesn't deliver on Sundays, Karl, before he stepped up to the line. He missed them both. So Jordan got the rebound, called timeout, 7.5 seconds left. He knew it was Michael Jordan's time. So he hits a 20-foot jumper from at the buzzer, and the Bulls won. Game 1, 84-82, and Jordan had 31 points, 8 assists. Overall, man, Utah had a chance to win the championship that year, and they just fell short to a Bulls team that was just better than they was. And the following year, yes, Jazz had home court advantage. What was to no avail? They were 62-20, but the Bulls, I believe, was 62-22. Excuse me, 62-20 as well. Now Utah got the home court advantage because they beat the Bulls twice during the regular season. So they were 62-20, and the Bulls were 62-20. So they both had identical, records, 62-20. But Utah fell short. I think the team in '97 was kind of better. You can make a case because look at their record. They were 64-18. That was the franchise best record. Still probably holds to this day. Yes, the following year in '98, they won 62 games. They could have won that championship. I may discuss them in the next part. But I just think that this team in '97 deserves to be on this list of the professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. This is part 12. So that's the 1997 Utah Jazz, a team that could have won it all. Karl Malone was the MVP that year. Just didn't get it done. So that concludes this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, do what you can to support. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from YouTube channel. Until then, talk to you tomorrow from, as far as this part series is concerned. I'll do a part on this series tomorrow. That'll be part 13. Till then, good night.